Hello students, in this video class we are going to discuss about the return type of methods. Okay, if the return type of the method is void, then what will happen? If the return type of the method is apart from void, then what will happen? All these things we will discuss in today's video class, specifically about the return type. Okay, so today's topic is the return type of a method and the return statement. Clear? Let us start. Open BlueJ, create a class, create any class. Okay, let me first of all tell you. So the prerequisite, I have not connected the writing pad. Let me connect it. Yes. Yes. See, the return type of a method. We will discuss about a return type of methods. Return type of methods. Okay, a return type of methods. If the return type of the method is void, if the RT means the return type. Okay, if the return type of a method is void, okay, then the method does not return any value, does not return any value to its caller, any value to its caller. Okay, any value to its caller. Okay, if the return type of the method is apart from void, okay, if the return type of a method is apart from void, then the method has to return, a value which is compatible with the return type of the method, value which is compatible with the return type of the method, which is compatible with the return type of the method, Clear? Okay, now what is the meaning of compatibility? I will discuss. Okay, for that you need to know about the concept of typecasting, type conversion. If conversion concept is clear, so the same concept is applicable here also. Okay, that is the meaning of compatibility. Okay, I will discuss, don't worry. So the requisite is, what is the requisite? Range of values, right? This you should know. Allowed range of values for the primitive data types. Allowed range of values for the primitive data types. Allowed range of values for the primitive data types. Okay. So this is your data type. Okay. This is your data type. Assume this column heading is data type. Then size in bytes. Okay. Size in bits. Then allowed range. Okay. So if data type is byte, okay, then short, then int, then long, float, double, boolean, char. Okay. So size in bytes is 1 byte only, and 1 byte is equal to how many bits? 8 bits. And allowed range is what? Minus 2 to the power. See, how many bits are there? 8 bits are there. So 8 minus 1, 7. Minus 2 to the power 7. Okay, 2 to the power 7, whatever will be the value, minus 1. Okay, so that is, we can say, minus 128 to 127. Clear? Then if the data type is short, okay, in place of data type, we can also mention return type of the methods. The return data types. Okay, so in this case, the heading should be return data type, means the value written by the method. Okay, return data types. The return data types. Then short. For short, the size in, this is in, size in bytes. So for short, it is 2 bytes. 2 bytes means 8 twos are 16 bits. Yes or no? 16 bits. So it is minus 2 to the power 16 minus 1, it is 15 to 2 to the power 15, whatever will be the value, minus 1. That is minus 32,768 to 32,767. Okay. Then your int. For int, it is 4 bytes. For int, it is 4 bytes. So 8 fours are 32 bits. 8 fours are 32 bits. So it will be minus 2 to the power 32 minus 1. It is 31. Yes or no? So 2 to the power 31, whatever will be the value, minus 1. So that is 2147483648. Sorry, minus 2147483648 2147483647. Okay, clear? Okay, and for long, it is 8 bytes. For long, it is 8 bytes. 8 eights are 64 bits. 64 bits. So it is minus 2 to the power 64 minus 1. It is 63. Minus 2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63. Whatever will be the value, minus 1. That is minus 92233720854775808, capital L, 292233720854775807, capital L. We will have to put capital L in order to tell the compiler that this value is a long type value. Okay. Okay. So similarly, you can go through your book for float, double, boolean, and char. Sorry, char. Okay. Listen. So if the return type of the method is byte, Control A, backspace, public public class return type. RT demo means return type demo. Okay, RT demo means return type demo. Public public static static. Okay, you can make it static, you can make it non-static. Now our point of discussion is not about static or non-static. Now in this video class, our point of discussion is about only the return type of method. Now, it depends upon you You want to make the method static, make it static. If you want to make it non-static, make it non-static. What is the difference? If you are making the method static, you will have to call it by class name. And if you are making the method non-static, you will have to create an object of the corresponding class and call that method upon that object. This is the difference. But in this video class, we will pay more attention to the return type of the method. Okay. So if the return type of the method is byte, and suppose the name of the method is M1, and assume it's a non-parameterized method, because I have to show you that if the return type of a method is byte, then it can return a byte type value, means it can return 24. Okay, so you can see if I click on the compile button, I will get no syntax error, no syntax error. Is this clear? Okay. Why? Because 24 comes within this range. 24 comes within this range. What is the range? Minus 128 to 127. Minus 128 to 127. Is this clear? Okay. Clear, na? Then, so if I go beyond that, return minus 128. Suppose minus 128. Okay, minus 128. So I will get no syntax error. But if I try to go beyond this value, minus 129, then I will get error. Incompatible types. What? Possible lossy conversion from int to byte. Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from int to byte. So note it down in your notebook. Okay, whatever we are doing, note each and everything in your notebook so that you can revise it again and again. Okay. So Java cannot be learned just by watching the video. You will have to note down the things, you will have to note down the errors, you will have to practice in your computer, analyze yourself. Okay, clear? Now listen. In the positive, what was the range? See the table. In positive, the range is till 127. We can return the value. Okay. So if I write 127, okay, it is okay. But if I try to go beyond this value, I will get error. Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from int to byte. मतलब कंपाइलर इस वैल्यू को अभी int टाइप वैल्यू कंसिडर कर रहा है, ठीक है, और int टाइप वैल्यू बाइट रिटर्न डेटा टाइप के साथ कंपैटिबल नहीं हो रहा है. Clear? Is this clear? Okay. So if you do not know about typecasting, let me tell you. Please remember this chart. Okay, type conversion chart. Okay. So what do you mean by type conversion or typecasting? Conversion of a value. Conversion of a value from one data type to another data type conversion of a value from one data type to another data type is called type conversion. Is called type conversion. Is called type conversion. Okay. So type conversion is of two types. One is your implicit type conversion. And the other one is your explicit type conversion. Explicit, E-X-P-L-I-C-I-T, explicit type conversion. Implicit type conversion, explicit type conversion. Okay. Implicit type conversion is also called as what? It is also called as your widening. Widening. And explicit type conversion is also called as your narrowing. Okay, clear? Clear, na? So in order to know about the type conversion, listen, you need to remember this chart. Byte to short, short to int, int to long, long to float, float to double. Okay, and then char to end. Okay, so if the movement is from left to right, if the movement is from left to right, it is called as implicit type conversion. Means automatic type conversion, implicit type conversion, implicit type conversion. And if the movement of conversion is from right to left, then it is called as explicit type conversion. Explicit type conversion. It is called as explicit type conversion. Okay. Example, listen. If you have a byte type value, suppose you are standing on a byte type value. Okay. And if you have to go to this particular location where int, here you have to, okay. This means example of implicit type conversion. I will tell example. Okay. Byte x is equal to assume 42. Any value you can put within the range, but within the range minus 128 to 127. Okay. And then if I write int y is equal to x. So you have to focus on this particular statement. Okay, just focus on this particular statement that x, which is a byte type variable, I mean it is holding a byte type value, it is getting converted to y. Okay, converted to y means y's data type is int. So the byte type value is getting converted to int type value. Here we can say, here a byte type value is getting converted to an int type, converted to int type. Okay, here a byte type value is getting converted to int type. So this is called as what? This is called as automatic typecasting, or you can say implicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting. Implicit typecasting. Okay, implicit typecasting. Clear? Okay. See, so the movement was from left to right. The movement was from left to right. Now let me just change the scenario. Suppose if you have an int type value and if you have to reach here, example, suppose int x is equal to 42. Okay, and if you write byte y is equal to x, so here you will get error. Is this clear? Why? Because int type value cannot be directly converted to a byte type. Clear? Cannot be inserted in a variable which is of byte type. So what is the correct one? So you have to perform explicit type conversion. You have to perform explicit type conversion. How? Byte y is equal to, within parenthesis you have to write byte and then you can write x. So here what is happening? Here the value of x is getting converted to byte type explicitly by the programmer, and then the converted value is getting stored in variable y. So what is happening, I will tell. So you can see the movement is from int to byte, means from right to left. So you need to remember this chart. Byte to short, short to int to long, long to float, char to double, and then char to int also. Okay. So if the movement is from left to right, that means it is an implicit type conversion. That conversion will be called as implicit type conversion. And if the movement of conversion is from right to left, then that conversion cannot be done automatically by the compiler. The programmer has to write something, and that something is called as explicit type conversion. Clear? Listen. So what is actually happening here? Let me tell you. Very, very interesting. Okay. So if I write int x is equal to 42, and if I write byte y is equal to byte within parenthesis and then x. So what is happening here, you know? Here, the int type value 42, here the int type value 42 is getting converted into byte type, explicitly. Explicitly means by the program. By the programmer and not by the compiler. And not by the compiler. Okay. So implicitly means whatever is done automatically by the compiler, and explicitly means the programmer is responsible for that particular activity. Okay. This is the difference. Listen. Implicitly means which is automatically done, which is automatically done by the compiler. Okay. And explicitly means which is done by the program, which is done by the programmer. Okay, but not by the compiler, but not automatically, Okay. So here the int type value, what is the int type value? 42, yes or no? Because in variable x, the value 42 is there, and x is of type int. So here the int type value 42 is getting converted to byte type explicitly. Okay, and then the converted value, is stored in variable y, whose data type is byte, Okay, whose data type is byte. Clear? So this is called as explicit type conversion. Okay. Now listen. So we were discussing about this particular. Okay. So minus 128. So it is not possible. Okay. What if the return type of M1 method is short? If the return type of M1 method is short, so remember this range. Where is that table? Yes. So you can return value within this range only. Which range is the second one? Minus 32,768 to 32,767. Okay, so let me check. Minus 32,768, control K, no syntax error. But if I go beyond this, if I make it 32,769 minus 32,769, I will get compile time error, possible lossy conversion from int to short. Because I've already told you, if any numeric value is there within our program, and if decimal point is not there, compiler considers that value to be an int type value. अगर हमारे प्रोग्राम में कोई भी न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू जो कि पॉइंट वाला वैल्यू ना हो, आया समझ में, उसको कंपाइलर बाय डिफॉल्ट बाइट टाइप कंसीडर नहीं करता है, शॉर्ट टाइप कंसीडर नहीं करता है, लॉन्ग टाइप कंसीडर नहीं करता है। क्या टाइप का कंसीडर करता है? इंट टाइप वैल्यू कंसीडर करता है। Is this clear? That is the reason why the error is coming. Possible lossy conversion from int to short. मतलब कंपाइलर कह रहा है कि ये इंटीजर वैल्यू शॉर्ट के साथ कंपैटिबल नहीं है, कन्वर्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है. ओके, एंड इन पॉजिटिव व्हाट इज द रेंज? 32,767. 32,767. See, no syntax error. But if I go beyond this limit at the positive side, 32,768. So I will get error incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from int to short. Possible lossy conversion from int to short. Clear? Clear or not? Okay. Now listen. Let us talk about int. What if the return type of the method is int? If the return type of the method is int, so see this table, the value is -2147483648. So this is the maximum value. Sorry, minimum value, because negative is there now, so we cannot use the term maximum, minimum value. So the minimum value which can be returned is -2147483648. Okay, control K, no syntax error. What if I go beyond this limit? If I make it 49, I will get the error what? Incompatible types? No, we will get the error integer number too large, because by default the compiler considers every integer value to be int type. Okay, so how it can show the error int cannot be converted to int, or possible lossy conversion from int to int? No, so the error will be integer number too large. See, the error will be integer number too large. Is this clear? Now what is the maximum value which can be returned by a method if its return type is int? है ना, मैक्सिमम वैल्यू क्या होगा जो कि एक मेथड रिटर्न कर पाएगा अगर उसका रिटर्न टाइप इंट होगा? 2147483647. Control K, no syntax error, no syntax error. If I go beyond this limit, if I make it 48, I will get error integer number too large. I want you all to note all these things in your notebook. Okay, now listen. If the return type of this method is long, okay, if the return type of m1 method is long, then the method can return the minimum value which can be written by the method is -9223372036854775808 capital L, control K, no syntax error. If I will not put capital L, I will get the error. So it is mandatory, if the value is too large, if it is beyond the range of int data type, then you will have to put capital L or small l as suffix to let the compiler know, a compiler, this value is a long type value. Kindly do not consider this value to be of int type. So to let the compiler know, we write L as suffix, capital L or small l. Clear? Acha, if I go beyond this limit, if I write 809, so again I will get the error integer number too large, because we have to be within this range. Which range? This range. Okay, now at the positive side, if the value is positive, so the maximum value which can be returned by the method m1 is 807. Control K, see, no syntax error. So this is the maximum value which can be returned by a method if its return type is long. Okay, so if I try to go beyond this limit, 808 in positive, I will get error integer number too large. Integer number too large. Clear? Okay. Clear, na? Similarly, you check for float and double. So if the return type of m1 method is float, so what was the value? 3.4 e into 10 to the power 38. 38. Control K. Oh, we have to put small f as suffix, no? Because if it is a float type value, then as suffix we need to put capital F or small f. No syntax error. Okay, if I am excluding this f, I will get error, because always remember, if the value contains, if the numeric value contains decimal point, then compiler considers that value to be of double type, not float type. तो ये चीज को दिमाग पूरा अच्छे से घुसा करके रख लो कि अगर कोई भी न्यूमेरिक वैल्यू है जिसमें के डेसिमल पॉइंट नहीं है तो कंपाइलर उसको इंट टाइप वैल्यू कंसीडर करेगा, और कोई भी वैल्यू में डेसिमल पॉइंट है तो कंपाइलर बाय डिफॉल्ट उसको क्या कंसीडर करेगा, डबल टाइप। इसलिए यहाँ पे एरर आ रहा है कि डबल फ्लोट में कन्वर्ट नहीं हो पा रहा। सी दिस चार्ट, सी दिस चार्ट, डबल से फ्लोट क्या हो जा रहा है, राइट टू लेफ्ट हो जा रहा है, राइट टू लेफ्ट हो जा रहा है। अगर राइट टू लेफ्ट हो जा रहा है तो फिर वहां पे ऑटोमेटिक नहीं होगा, एक्सप्लिसिट करना पड़ेगा। क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक्सप्लिसिट। तो ये एक तरीका है कि इसको टाइप कास्टिंग भी कर सकते हो। यहाँ पे ऐसे लिख दो FLOAT फ्लोट, नो सिंटेक्स एरर। लेकिन क्यों इतना लफड़ा लेने का, है ना। यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली F कंट्रोल के, नो सिंटेक्स एरर। क्लियर, ओके। सो इफ द रिटर्न टाइप ऑफ द मेथड इज डबल, if the return type of the method is double, then maximum you can return 1.7 e to the power 308. Yes, 308 na, I have given 0.308, control ke no syntax error. So 1.7 e to the power, sorry, e308 means 1.7 into 10 to the power 308. E308 means what, 1.7 into 10 to the power 308. Okay. Listen, so it means this value means 1.7 into 10 to the power 308. Okay, so when we write 1.7, you can write capitally or smally, and then 308. So 308 is called as exponent. Okay, this part is called as exponent, and this part is called as mantissa. This part is called as mantissa. Okay, clear? So these are the fundamental things. Okay, if the return type of a method is BOOLEN, Boolean, then the method can return only true or false. TRU, true, or it can return false. FALSE, false. If we try to return any other type value, we will get error. Incompatible types, int cannot be converted to Boolean. Int cannot be converted to Boolean. Okay, if the method's return type is char, then the method can return any character. Suppose capital A, control K, no syntax error. Is this clear? So if the return type of a method is char, then the method can return a character value. Okay, clear? So about char I will discuss in a separate video class because some exceptions are also there. Okay, listen, if the return type of the method is a string, then the method can return a string value. Okay, RITWIK, Ritwik, control ke no syntax. So if the return type of a method is string, then the method will have to return a string type value. Okay, what if the return type of the method is a class, suppose for example RT demo, then the method has to return the object of RT demo. RT DEMO OBJ is equal to new RT demo. Okay, RT demo, and the method has to return the object reference OBJ, control ke no syntax error. Okay, so the return, because in Java classes are non-primitive data types, and if classes are non-primitive data types, so they can also be used as the return type of the method. And if the return type of any method is the class itself, then the method has to return the object reference of that particular class. If the return type of this method is a scanner, if the return type of this method is a scanner, then the method has to return the object of scanner SCA, and then here scanner SCN equals to new scanner is equal to new scanner system SYSTM system.in system.in. Then in such case it will return SCN, but we will have to import the class scanner. import java.util.sca and er scanner, control K, no syntax error, control K, no syntax error. Clear? Okay, Now the return type of the method can be array also. Since I have not started array, so just look, huh? Afterwards we will discuss about arrays. Suppose if the return type of the method is array, so it can return the array reference. Int array arr is equal to new int array 10. Just forget this, huh? Just this is how array is created. We will discuss in a separate class when that chapter will come in our examination. I will discuss. So as of now, my point is, if the return type of the method is array, then the method will return the array reference. Then the method will return the array reference. We will discuss about this in array chapter. Okay. So this is all about the return type of methods. So if the return type of the method is void, the method will not return any value. If the return type of the method is byte, it has to return a byte type value within the range. If the return type of the method is short, it will return a short type value within the range. If the return type of the method is int, it has to return an integer value. If the return type of the method is long, then it has to return a long type value. If the return type of the method is float, it has to return a float type value. If the return type of the method is double, it has to return a double value. If the return type of the method is Boolean, the method has to return either true or false. Is this clear? Okay. If the return type of the method is char, then the method has to return a character value. If the return type of the method is a class, then the method has to return the object reference of that particular class. If the return type of the method is array, then the method has to return the array reference. Is this clear? Okay. So we will discuss more about the return type in the next video class. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye. Take care. And if there is any doubt, please ask.